It's niggas, real talk from a real place. It's niggas, real talk from a real place. What's up, my good people? Ooh, 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 ooh. I just want y'all to see. Y'all see that? Swords, gang, gang. Baby, it is our time. Do you hear me? Our time. It's Taurus season from April the 20th to May the 20th. The best season there is. Okay, I just want to say that. All right. If y'all didn't catch that, well, now you did. All right. This is the best season. I am so happy to be a Taurus. I don't know why my voice just all of a sudden decided wants to do its own thing right now because I sound a little gruffy. Sound like I'm about to say, I got gruff and stuff with my afro. Oh my goodness. And not only is it Taurus season because it's our season, you know my birthday just passed. I just want y'all to know that. I turned 40. Hey, 40, showed it. All that, okay? I am excited. This is a new chapter in my life, and I'm grateful. But baby, all that toxicity, all that can roll up off me because I ain't doing it in 40. I'm just not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I ain't gonna play with nobody mamas, they grandmas, or they cousins, or the little babies. Okay? I don't got time for none of that. But again, I am so happy to be here in this place that I'm at. To God be the glory, you know. I'm gonna go ahead and drink out my little red cup because this water gonna be libation today. All right now. Get the church fans ready. All right. So first, I want to talk to you all about the Purple Book. Journal to Victory is a journal to help you get past your past failures and your fears. So if you got any of that, holla at your girl, Shanika Curtis Hayes. And you can find this on Amazon. And if you want to get in touch with me per se, you can DM me at Coach Nika, and that's CoachNeca. All right, and I'm on IG, which is Instagram, because in case you people don't catch on that quick, I'm just saying. Y'all see the little cute saying I did. Victory is mine. Victory is mine. Victory today is mine. I told Satan, get deep behind. Victory. Journey to victory. Today is mine. All right. And also, my daughter and I are the authors of Black Girls Are Pretty Sweet, Sweet Dreams. Okay? Make sure that you all pick this up on Amazon. It's such a blessing. It was really great coordinating with my daughter to come up with this amazing book. Okay, this is not just a book that you be like, let me sell this book. I'm trying to sell the kids' book. No, this is a very good book, and it highlights Black women. Even though I reference as Black girls, because we're Black girl rock, Black ladies rock, all of it together. Okay, girl. I just love using the term girl. Okay, so Black Girls Are Pretty Sweet, Sweet Dreams, and again, this I want to say this is from the age range. Let's give it roughly 6, probably on up into like fourth or fifth grade. Okay, this is a great tool to have a great conversation topic with your children to like kind of go over stuff. So I'm excited about those books. We ain't made it to New York best time sellers yet, but we on the road, all right? We is on the road. I'll say we is on the road. Ghetto at its finest, all right? So today I'm talking about woes in relationship. The woes, okay? Relationship woes. Or the woes in a relationship. Or the relationship woes. Whichever ones you wanna go. So, a lot of times, when you're in a relationship, you don't see the things that you do or you create. Um, a lot of times I'm gonna have to put a little grease on my hands, y'all, because y'all know I talk with my hands, and I want to be talking with my hands. The little ash on the other side of town, looking like the other side. Okay, so again, sometimes you don't acknowledge. A lot of times when you're in something, especially for a long period of time, you are not able to kind of see what's like really going on um, with the relationship. So I say all of that to say, um, hold on a second. I was trying to do something with this, but okay, cut that guy up. Whoa, sorry about y'all with the ding ding. um, but anyway, um, you just have to acknowledge, especially if you're trying to have a healthy relationship, you have to acknowledge like the stuff that you're doing, to see if there's a factor, um, to help out. Another thing is being you need to be vocal about how you're feeling in that relationship. A lot of times, for me, sometimes I talk a little bit too much. I say too much on how I feel, so sometimes I won't say things. Because I get tired of talking. And sometimes people get tired of talking about whatever the case may be. You have to really, really like let people know how you're feeling. Because what you're gonna do, you're gonna be burned out and you're not understanding. And that's kind of a point I'm at right now. That's why I'm trying to get back to me. Okay, getting back to you consulting. I had to put that in there. So me, how can I start this? So when COVID started for me, and it's just this think is real talk, so I'm real about whatever I say, um, and not trying to hurt anybody, but I just gotta say what works for me, okay? And like I said, I don't want to offend anybody. If I do, I just gotta say what I gotta say. So anyway, when COVID happened, I want to say that kind of led me at a point. I was kind of more so like, oh my goodness, they're trying to take over the world. I thought Pinky and Brain was coming through. But anyway, so we knew that we were in a pandemic, and that began to shift a lot of things for a lot of people. Me in particular, it just made me kind of, I'm very extroverted. Now, if I don't like someone, you're going to know I don't pretty much like them. And I would try sometimes be vocal about it, or I'll just stay away from you. Period, point blank. I don't have time for the extraness. Um, so, with that being said, I kind of I'm always, like I said, I've always been this extroverted person out, going to stuff, doing stuff, whether it's just me by myself or, with a friend or whatever the case may be. That's always been me. Like, I'm very extroverted before COVID. Okay, let's just say before COVID. Um, so I basically stayed in the house for long periods of time. Only would like go to the store or a function as time kind of opened up stuff. Then I would kind of go to functions a little bit here and there, not really doing it too much because again, I'm like, ew, I don't want that stuff. And that was that. So, um, I just kind of got in that mode where I didn't want to be bothered, didn't want to be bothered with people. Then you have to deal with things like you're always like in the midst of people. Okay, again, I am a people person, but it really depends. Like even with my own family, like I'm not like the touchy, cuddly type of person. That's not really my thing. So I want to say it kind of got me to the point that I became very agitated with just people in general. Like sometimes I get mad and I don't even know why I'm mad. I'll just be like roll my eyes and stomp my feet and all of that stuff. So when things kind of start going that route for me as a person, I got really agitated, frustrated. I don't go out as much because again, I'm an extroverted person, so that means that I'm normally out, you know. Uh, I mean, now it's like pretty much like everything is like resorted around the kids and what they need to do for the weekend because I'm pretty much off on the weekends, but again, it ends up like I'm, on their time basically, so to speak. So it just kind of got me in a bad place. Not to say um, anybody around me is like a bad person or anything. It's just something personally for me that I dealt with, and it was like, ew. Like even now, like I can say, like my husband's a really nice person, but I guess after this COVID and being locked away with somebody, you just kind of get irritated with them, right? Um, so that's why I say the relationship woes. You have to know what is working for you or what's not working for you. And if something's not working for you, then you have to be vocal about what is working or not working, so to speak, and kind of speak your mind. For me, I don't know, but I don't know. COVID just really made me look at people in different ways, even my own husband. Like I don't know. I just get really, really agitated with people, and they probably haven't said anything or did anything. It's just it's kind of like where I'm at right now. So I know right now I'm in a phase that I need to start getting out more. Um, Start doing stuff. It doesn't have to be with my husband, um, but just kind of get out again and really embracing being out because being stuck in the house, like, and don't get me wrong, I love my house. It's a beautiful house, but it's just time for me to kind of get back to my extroverted life that I had once before because now I don't like going places. I don't really like doing, but I am starting to kind of get back out there. But I've always been that person to just like, I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna go do this. Nothing to it. Just go out and enjoy myself because that's something that I value doing. But I have got like really drained. A lot of times too, when you're in relationships, again, if you can be vocal about how you're feeling, let that person know because sometimes people will try to work on stuff, and sometimes they won't. Like for me, I know that there are some things that I may need to work on for myself personally that I have to do, so I'm not affecting other people, so to speak. So that's kind of where it is. Like if you're not communicating, letting people know what's going on, how you're feeling, you can get burned out. You can get really burned out. And there's some things now that I see like that my husband has. It's like, yeah, I get. I just be like, why? Why did he do that? Why is that going on? That type of thing. And normally I wouldn't even view those type of things. Um, and you have to let people know like how you're feeling, like why you're feeling the way you're feeling, and express it. One thing that he really annoys me with that I've currently just been like when someone's talking about their stuff, he kind of does that. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like that. Not to like be like putting anybody down. It's just that stuff irritates me. And this again, prior to COVID, probably didn't see it, didn't know what happened. And now it's like, why? And uh, you know, so you have to do again the things that kind of work for you and whatever makes you happy. Even in relationships, you still have to find out what makes you happy. Okay? What annoys you? Because I'm telling you, if you don't address those matters, you're going to get burned out. You're going to get burned out to the point like, oh, this is overwhelming. And why do I have to live like that? You shouldn't. You shouldn't. So those are the woes mainly that, like I see, people not communicating in a relationship. Um, you can experience burnout really quickly. Um, you need to discuss those matters and find out some things that can kind of help, or else eventually, that's how they say people grow apart. And once you grow apart, sometimes it's you're able to replace or redo or whatever works for you in your relationship. You just have to make sure that you're willing to either try to work on it or give yourself some time or space to say, you know what, right now I'm not there. I'm on my way there, but I'm not there. For me, I know I'm very honest with myself. Like, I'm not there. I haven't arrived yet, and allow yourself time. Um, Life is about healing and not just staying stuck, but really like trying to figure out what is going on. Okay. Um, and so again, if you and your partner are not seeing eye to eye, or you're trying, figure it out. But at the end of the day, even if you're not working on a relationship goals, you need to work on self goals, because you can't be healthy in a relationship anyway if you're not fully where you need to be self wise. Okay? So, food for thought. Always think of, how can I better myself? How can I do something to bring more excitement to me? Um, where am I lacking at? And work on those things. And not to say that these things are gonna be like boom, boom, boom. It's gonna take you some time. But again, you have to make sure that you are prepared to do those things. And that is one thing that I'm really looking at. After turning 40, I'm just like, I'm in a new zone. Like, I'm not trying to deal with nothing that's gonna burn me out, something that's overwhelming. I just need a break, okay? And I'm still recuperating from my party. I know I look a little tired too. I'm kind of recuperating from my party. So that's like the major things with relationships. We have to figure out what is working or not working. If something's not working, and it's not all the time that you have to separate yourself, like, it could just be separating yourself in emotions. Okay, separating yourself physically, just to give yourself a moment to revisit yourself, and reclaim what's going on with you. Um, but don't let anybody make you feel like you have to always be working on the things with a relationship, whether it's a friendship or whatever. It can be, you're in a relationship or whatever the case may be, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. You have to make sure that you're not um, going through things that you're not processing, because you're not processing it. Um, it's going to eventually eat away at you. So that's why I think it is very important to discuss matters with people. And sometimes, and I'm just going to be 100 with y'all, sometimes you think it's someone that you can talk to, and you know, people have not arrived. You know, beware of people that always make things about them. Everything is not about you. Everything is not about everything that you think it is. Okay? Like, come on. Another thing, another pet peeve that I really hate when people are like hovering. Oh, hovering. Okay? Now, you have to find out what kind of person your mate is, or your friend is, or whoever this is for. This is just relationship woes. Doesn't have to be married. It could be married, single, whatever you want to take this conversation in. You have to make sure that you are working on the steps that you need to. Again, you need to take some time away. Take some time, okay? Like I said, everything is not, people just always think of separation like, oh, they're separating, they're gonna get a divorce, whatever, if you're married. That's not always the case. Sometimes people just need a break, you know? Some people need to really, really, really like figure it out. And you have to know who's, you know, loyal to you, or who's gonna be consistent in your life, you know? For me, like I said, as far as friendships, I don't have a lot of friends. But I have some really good friends that I value. And I'm grateful for them. But again, when you find someone in the relationship, friendship, whatever it may be, you just got to make sure y'all on the same way. And I'm gonna tell y'all the truest value of friendship. One of my good girlfriends, I call her my baby mama. She's my children godmother, and she is like the most selfless person I know. Like, literally, she's always trying to help other people, always looking out for other people. Just an amazing human being. You hear me? Um, for my party, she came and she decorated. She made it look so beautiful. Oh my goodness, everything was decorated. But she had a situation that she had to go to the hospital, but she didn't really like tell me the seriousness or what was going on, because she didn't really know either. So it turned out to be a very major situation. I went to go visit her yesterday to let her know I love her. I really appreciate her. But oh my goodness, I was like, this woman is a superwoman. Not telling you to put her business out of the street, but I'm just telling you about her being amazing as a person. Um, and and it was just like, wow, she did all of this, and then she snuck away from me. And she didn't want me to worry about her. She wanted me to focus on my party. That is like the epitome of a friend, okay? They don't want you to focus on them. They want you to focus on you and take care of you. Wow. This is a God story, okay? And it happened to me. So I love you, Daniela. I thank you so much for being an amazing friend and being consistent in my life. Because we do know that I be getting into it with people. But I love her with my whole heart, you know. Um, and I'm just so grateful for her. I'm really so grateful for her. And as people know, I don't really like a lot of people. But when I love someone, I totally love them. And I'm so grateful for them. And like I said, it's never a competition with the people that I rock with. It's never a competition. It's never, oh, this and that. Because those are the type of vibes I don't deal with. I don't deal with anybody that's trying to be in competition with me. I don't deal with anybody that's trying to act like they're more than someone else and not humble at all. And I refuse to mess with people that just they do their own thing, and that's them. Okay, but don't bring that energy to me, because I've never been a jealous woman. I've never looked at someone else and be like, "Whoa, I want that." I'll be like, "Wow, that's so nice for them." because I'm a selfless person. I don't always put focus on me. I put it on whatever the situation is. And that's another thing, a pet peeve that I have. People that always want to overtalk you or make themselves grand. Okay? If people are talking about what's going on with them, let that be about them. You have your time and your moments when you have your time and moments. And so if I see people that do that, it gets under my hoodie, okay? And my skin. So, again, keeping a relationship going can be easy, but it can be difficult. You have to decipher what's working and what's not. And if you're in relationship with a person, if you're not able to tell them how you're feeling, 9 times out of 10, it ain't meant for you. Because why should I have to walk around and not be able to speak how I feel? Or be able to tell you if we're supposed to be working together, okay? It's to come and go working together. So if I can't talk to you about some things that I'm experiencing, what are we doing? You know? So that's just something that I learned. I learned about myself. Again, I'm not the cuddly. It just depends on the person. I'm just being real because I don't really get into all that. I am so thugged out. Even the way I said it don't even sound like I'm really thugged out, but I'm so thugged out, okay? So that is something that I have noticed in this life. Um, Finding my triggers, knowing my triggers. You have to know your triggers in a relationship. You have to know what bothers you in a relationship in order to be able to function to what's going on. Like I said, for me right now, I don't like people all in my space unless I ask you to be in my space. Other than that, I don't want to be bothered. I don't like people who was overbearing me, like over talking, over. Just let me live, okay? I don't want to live in like constant, oh my goodness, am I doing this right for this person? I can't live like that. I have never lived like that. And if I do feel like I'm getting to a point, that would drain me. Mentally, physically, it would drain me. So, know what triggers you. Know what some things that you want to work on for yourself if you're in a relationship or a friendship. How are you going to keep yourself stable in the midst of whatever's going on? So, the woes in relationship and the relationship woes are communication. Those are the things you should do. The woe to that is not communicating will create more chaos. Okay? Um, Making sure that you're understanding the person, because a lot of times people when they're arguing, they're talking at each other and they're not listening. So if I guess those hands will go like this. Like this person is talking. You cannot talk. Y'all can't talk together. We could sing together, but we can't all talk at the same time. And I think people have an issue with allowing people to have their space and time. If somebody's presenting, do we be rude and say, you know? Now I know that's something I have to work on because when we're talking and you say something that I don't like, instantly I get offended. Instantly I say something because I don't like all that. But there's better ways to deal with things. If you are dealing with burnout or you're tired and you feel like you don't want to do this anymore, let that person know. Or the other option is not always letting them know, but showing them in action as well. But nobody's gonna just be able to grasp like, oh, this person is really going through something with me. They're not. So you have to communicate that. You have to communicate that. Because you giving people a chance to redeem themselves and make themselves come forth and work on what they need to. So if you experience any issues in a relationship, discuss it. Try to work on it. If you're not able to do that, you give yourself some time, some space. Then y'all can come back to a happy medium. It just works out for you. But at the end of the day, you have to figure out what works for you in your relationship, friendships, or whatever it is you in, because it's working together. Together. Okay? If you can't work together, then you're going to work apart. And that's not always the case. So, it's been great. It's been real. Relationship woes at your door. Take this in. Don't just let me be talking because I feel like it. And it's tourist season because I could talk. But love your people. Support your people. Listen to your people because they may be saying something that you need to hear and something that you can work on. And everybody has to be open to work on whatever it is they need to. All right, it's been real. Sign inspection is almost gone. I love y'all. Have a great day. Love, peace, and just let your soul glow.